Hey, this is Danny from Scare Talk. Before we get into all the horror greatness, I gotta let you know about Anchor. Anchor is the host site that we use to record our podcast. Anchor will upload your podcast to Apple and Spotify and many other listening platforms. Anchor is completely free, and you can download the app or go to the website, anchor.fm, and you can record straight on there. There's also some cool editing tools that you can use. Did I mention that it's free? Yeah, so if you want to make a podcast, Anchor is the way to go. Go check it out. Now, for the spooky stuff.
Welcome to Scare Talk, a horror movie podcast for horror fans. This podcast will cover horror movie reviews, ratings, and rankings. Now for your hosts, Danny and Joel.
All right, this is Scare Talk. I'm Danny, and I'm here with Joyful Joel.
Oh, yeah. That's the one I like. Hey, guys, what's up?
And today we are back with another Nightmare on Elm Street film review. Part 5, The Dream Child.
The best movie ever.
Oh, wow. We'll see about that. So, what or who's in this?
All right, this one stars Robert Englund. He is in Zombie Strippers.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. 2001 Maniacs. Lake Placid, the final chapter.
He's in quite a few of these Lake Placid.
Yeah, I know.
What the heck?
Also, Lisa Wilcox. She was in the last movie we just did. She is in Killer Babes and Frightening Film Fiasco.
All right.
The Bloody Man and the Church. And also Kelly Jo Minter. She is Yvonne. She is in The Lost Boys, People Under the Stairs, and New Jack City.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Some pretty good ones.
Yeah. It was written by John Skip. He did the story. He wrote the novel Animals, Tales of Halloween, a segment for that. This Means War is the segment that he did.
Okay.
And one episode of Creepshow 2019. He really didn't do too much after.
Okay.
Or in his filmography. Craig Spector, he also did the story. And he wrote Volcano, Fire on the Mountain.
Okay.
Animals adaptation written by. So you have the novelist and the actual screenplay writer of this movie doing the writing for this one. The NYE Incidents is a TV series.
Oh.
Yes.
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve Incidents.
Oh, man.
Leslie Bohem did the story and the screenplay. So 3 people did the story.
Wow.
It took 3 people to come up with the story for this
It's
movie.
a pretty complicated story. I still don't know what this movie's really about.
Yeah, I know. He wrote, or she wrote, Dante's Peak,
Okay.
The Alamo, and The Darkest Hour. And this was directed by Stephen Hopkins, director of Predator 2, The Ghost in the Darkness.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's one of your favorites.
It is in my top
Top 10?
10. Yep. Lost in Space.
Yeah. All right.
And 15 episodes of 24.
Oh, hey.
Yep.
Wow, what a guy.
So this directing better be amazing for this movie.
All right, so this one's about the pregnant Alice finding Freddy Krueger striking through the sleeping mind of her unborn child, hoping to be reborn into the real world. So this one for me was kind of hard to follow. It's hard to know kind of what was going on. Was Freddy... apparently he's in her unborn child's dreams.
Yeah.
But she's having the dreams. Like, she can also be in the dreams.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to be, like, born through her unborn child. Freddy is. But it also discusses Freddy being born himself. Like, when he was born. I don't know. It was really all over the place.
It really was. This is going to be a fun episode. Because it kind of the way that I took the whole coming through his dreams is, I mean, he is inside of her. So any dream or nightmares that he has, she's most likely going to have as well.
Sure.
So that part of it, I kind of understood a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, this movie was really all over the place.
So okay, so she's having a dream.
Mm-hmm.
Alice.
Yeah.
The protagonist. She's having a dream. She's dreaming about Freddy's mom, Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The 100 maniacs.
Yeah.
Rape her. They look like they seem like zombies, by the way. They're like...
There's one that looked exactly like Freddy or Robert Englund.
Yeah,
so
it's kind of weird.
That's still...
It makes sense why he would rape Freddy.
Yeah.
But then in her dream is like Amanda giving birth to Freddy, and then is he reborn in her dream? And is that how he comes back? Because it doesn't talk about how he comes back, because apparently he saw his reflection in the last one, and then that was it. He died.
I mean, all the souls left his body, so how can you recover from that?
So Alice has a dream with him being born, so now he's back.
And as this creature.
He's like this baby Freddy monster thing. Yeah. And then he grows into Freddy, which was really cool looking. As he grows, it's like all one shot. It's just like him growing into his clothes, basically. Yeah. And then he pops up. It's a boy! Yeah. Freddy is ridiculous.
He is ridiculous in this movie. Yeah, nothing about him is serious whatsoever in this movie.
Not at all. So his plan, I guess, is to have Alice's baby be him to some extent, I guess.
Yeah.
Not be him, but be in this person's body.
Yeah.
Kind of like the part 2 idea.
Yeah, possessing a newborn baby. That's messed up. But yeah, I mean, so that he can live a full life as a newborn baby growing up to be Freddy Krueger.
It's really
it tried too much.
Yeah.
And it really shouldn't have. I will say that this does have one of my favorite kill scenes.
Yeah.
This movie, the comic.
Oh yeah.
I like that. It's just creative and it's clever. He one of the characters is a cartoonist.
Yeah.
Because I know he reads comic books, but he also has his own
little superhero that he was making.
Yeah, that part was kind of weird when he turns himself into that character. Yeah. But again, it goes back to 3, where in your own dream, as long as you know you're dreaming, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
So
and
become a superhero.
Freddy turns into Super Freddy.
Yeah. Yeah. He does. And he's cutting them up. And I like that you can see the blood drain from the comic strip.
Yeah.
Or not the blood, but the color.
Right.
Until it's black and white.
Right.
And that's how you know he's dead. That part was cool. I liked that kill. That's one, as far as the kill scenes in these movies, that's one that has stuck with me for forever. So that part was cool. One of the other, there's really not that many deaths in this movie. It wasn't really about Freddy killing people much. There's a few.
One. Yeah, there's a few.
But there's really not as many as other movies. This is more about his story and
his backstory.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, you want your slasher movies to have more violence and slashings, but I did like the I think it was Alice's boyfriend that ends up getting like fused with a motorcycle. like the wires get all fused with his skin, and then he gets into a car accident. That was kind of clever. That was
intense.
That was
like transition from him to like machine or whatever it was.
Yeah,
that was crazy. Man,
but yeah. So again, the acting is not very good.
Yeah,
in this one. I think the last like actually good acting was probably the third one of these movies.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't have that many positive things about this movie.
All right.
Honestly, this was not a very good movie.
All right. So part of the score to this was just like a bell. It was like bong.
Yeah, it was.
Bong. It reminded me of The Undertaker.
Yeah.
It was like the same gong.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. I liked that. I thought that was cool. It added some tension, I felt like.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Freddy in this one. I think he's super funny. I think he starts cussing more in this one. There's a part where he is like in a car. What is he doing? He's trying to get someone to crash, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And he like rips his own arm off and uses it as like a seatbelt. Buckle up for safety.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So it's like so random. Like, who comes up with this stuff? That motorcycle kill was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the comic book kill, like you were talking about. Some of the stuff with Jacob, which is Alice's baby, who hadn't been born yet, but she was seeing, and he's the one that defeats Freddy somehow. I don't know. It was really confusing.
Yeah.
Didn't really make a ton of sense. You know, there's that.
Was that a positive?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm trying to think through it in my mind right now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sense of it.
Because that whole Jacob thing's a big negative for me.
I actually had to look up, do unborn babies dream? Because I was like, is this even possible? Mm-hmm. I guess they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they actually sleep for most of the time. Like, I think it was like 70% of the day or something.
Wow.
So
must be nice.
they're I don't know if they're dreaming. They're dreaming with what they know.
Yeah.
You know, in a stomach. So
yeah.
Some of Freddy's lines are just awesome. It's a boy. I really like that. Like I said, he's cussing and it's just hilarious. So mostly Freddy is what I like about this one.
Yeah.
I think he's super funny. He has a lot of lines. He's on screen a lot. He looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
The makeup and everything. So, yeah. Those are my positives.
All right.
Any negatives?
On the majority of this movie, honestly. Where do I even... His backstory... We heard about it in 3. Mm-hmm. We didn't need to see, like... We didn't need to actually
4.
go back and... Was it 4? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We know what happened based on that. We didn't need to actually like go back in time and see that. I mean, you don't see her, you know, get raped or whatever, but just going back in general. And when baby Freddy, man, I don't know, that creature, jeez, it was so bad. It was so bad. Is that what he was supposed to look like when she gave birth to? I
don't know.
That's not how that works.
When they showed him as like a kid and then as like a teenager, like he looked like a typical person.
Yeah, he looked normal.
He didn't look like this demon.
And then he's like this
baby,
this creature.
Yeah,
I was like that scene.
I think that was just her dream. I think that was just how he came out in her dream, in Alice's dream, and was reborn
Yeah.
In that dream sequence.
Possibly.
I don't know though. Who knows?
I was watching that scene and I was like, okay, this has to be like the worst movie. And then as the movie got on, it was like, okay, this is actually not that bad of a movie. It's just, it's slightly below average for a Nightmare. Okay. But then the end happened and I was like, yeah, this is not a good movie. Oh man, it kind of sucks how important an end to a movie is as far as how you view a movie.
Yeah.
But that like the whole end sequence was just so bizarre and out there.
Yeah, it was really out there.
Everything with Jacob was just like, I don't understand. Like, I get it. You're what she's seeing, just, as a real boy, I guess. Like, this is who you're going to be once you're born into the world, but you seem to be real right now. It's like,
it was so, like, I was lost. I was lost. I've seen it a few times.
And Jacob is a horrible actor. So bad.
Yeah.
And
it was really hard to watch that last part with the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
The stairs going all different directions.
Yeah, going all over the place.
Like, what is happening? So confusing.
I mean, that set design's kind of cool. But the whole everything, like, it looks cool, but it doesn't make sense as far as the story goes.
Yeah, no.
And I don't know. There's really not too many redeeming qualities about this movie.
What about the kill with the stuffing the girl's face with food?
Oh yeah. Oh man. That I kind of liked her character too. She was one of my favorite characters of the kids that got killed. It's just, I hated her parents. Her family sucked, but her character was actually pretty cool. But that scene where she's just getting her face stuffed with food, and it's like, okay. And then what? She just like has a heart attack in like real life. Is that how they kill her?
I don't know. I don't think they really went into detail about it. Her cheeks are just like ballooning up. They're getting so big.
Yeah. So bad. Oh man. And then Jacob projectile vomits, which is what kills Freddy. Yeah. Like, all right.
He might as well. I think he was supposed to be vomiting like Freddy out of him.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So.
But Freddy wasn't in that.
It
version of him.
It doesn't make sense. But
if anything, it would have been in the version that's in the belly still. Not. Yeah. Okay.
They didn't know how to end it.
They really did. They didn't know how to do anything with this movie. They didn't know how to start it. They didn't know how to end it.
Yeah.
This was kind of a train wreck movie.
Yeah, it's, the story and a lot of the just where they go with the plot and trying to make sense of it just made it worse.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't really care. It's bad. But I don't care about that stuff when it comes to a Freddy movie.
Yeah.
I just want to see Freddy killing people.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see the effects. And I want to see Freddy make some jokes. I mean, that's kind of what I'm there for. So while it's bad for like a complete movie, it didn't bother me as much as it probably should have. It doesn't make sense. And really I'm like, okay, it doesn't make sense. But I don't care.
Okay.
So
I mean, at the end of the day, you're not watching these movies for a backstory or a plot in general. Just like you don't watch Friday the 13th movies for a plot. Yeah. You watch to see Jason kill people, and it's like it's the same thing here.
Yeah.
And as the movies go on, they do get more and more creative with the kills.
Yeah.
That I will give the series in general.
Right.
But this movie was just not good.
Yeah.
I mean, most
really
of them are not good, but
Yeah.
you know, it really is all about creativity, and I mean, you can do so much in like a dream, like a dream sequence.
Yeah.
You can do anything you want, which is what I love about the creativity of these movies.
Yeah.
Is that he does whatever he wants to do,
Right.
and I like that.
I was watching the documentary, and it's not a surprise when they went in to make this movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these movies came out back to back to back,
Mhm.
so it was a year after each film was.
Yeah,
the
3,
next
4, and
film.
5 were films.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they were, trying to keep up with that,
Mm-hmm.
trying to come out with the number 5 a year after 4, and they didn't have much of a script. It was more of like a blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they got a director, they got production going,
Mm-hmm.
and they got a cast,
Yeah.
but they didn't have a complete script.
Mm-hmm.
So the director kind of just made things up as he went,
Okay.
which is evident
I can see that. Yeah.
with the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
But even the dream sequences,
Yeah.
he kind of made that what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely give credit to the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, as you've named off some of the
Yeah, he's done quite a few like actually good movies.
yeah. But just the story.
I think this was actually his first movie he directed.
What do you think for a grade?
So this one, it's hard.
It is.
It's hard. It's hard to grade any of these movies, really.
Yeah.
'Cause if you're grading on creativity, it is creative. Even the stuff that I don't like it's still creative. Like,
Yeah.
With the whole creature baby, and then the whole end scene is weird and off-putting, but it's still creative.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as a movie itself, it is not good. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to grade it on I've been grading these on the actual movie itself, and not probably what I should be, which is for what you see these movies for anyway. So as a movie itself, I'm gonna have to give this one like a 52. It's bad.
Right. All right. Nice. So how I've been kind of grading is how likely am I to watch this movie?
Mm-hmm.
So with that, I'm going 72.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
This is just a little less. I'm a little less likely to throw this on compared to 4
Mm-hmm.
and compared to 2.
Okay.
So you'll see where my ranking is.
Yeah.
Giving
our
you a little
rankings.
sneak peek.
So yeah, our rankings are going to be like way different then.
Yeah.
If that's how we're grading on, you're grading
Different
on
scales.
how you should see the movie.
Yeah.
As far as what you see the movies for. You see them for Freddy. You see them for the creativity. I'm grading them based on the actual movies themselves, which are two completely different grades.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what
All right.
happens.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting.
Okay. Well, that was it. What'd you give it? 52?
52.
Oh, man.
Bad.
Oh, man.
It's a bad movie.
Dang. All right. All right. Well, guess what's coming up next?
Freddy's dead.
Freddy's Dead, the final nightmare.
Is it though? All right.
That'll be our next one. So look out for that. Catch up on all the other episodes, 1 through 4. And yeah, so give us a like on Facebook. Give us a follow on Spotify. Subscribe to us so you can get all the latest updates. And yeah, this has been Scare Talk.
Sleep tight.
Don't let the Freddy demon